So what's up? What's up? What's up? Queenetus here, all the way from my desktop. What a day! What a day! I hope you're doing well. I hope you're making it. I hope you're not going crazy. Feeling all impatient of why it hasn't happened yet, of why doesn't life feel what doesn't life feel better yet? Like, what's up? Like, how much longer? God, universe, how much longer do we have to wait? We're tired. We're really tired. We have been put through the ringer, per se. Is that how you say it? And we're ready to be happy. We're ready to be fulfilled with meaning, with something that feels better than just like sitting there stagnant. But how do we even get there? And they're the secret. And they're the secret, dudes. And they're the secret. How do I say this? I just want to put it like in simple, plain English to you so you can actually get it and like use it and become better, feel better. In order to do any of this blah, blah, blah stuff that I'm talking about, self love, this, that, feeling, fulfillment, meaning, you have to find a way to trust yourself. Not trusting yourself is the worst feeling ever. I mean, I remember it wasn't too long ago. Like, oh my God, everything's just gonna go to hell. I'm not gonna be able to keep this up. I'm not strong enough. I'm weak. Because I've always felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I've always felt like I needed someone else to make it through, even if it was just like with company. It's just different whenever you learn to feel so safe in your own company with your own dreams. That you are truly happy. I mean, that's it right there. And how do we get there? Keeping the promises you make to yourself. Like, you really have to try your best, dude. Like, your best. Like, I know you don't feel like it. I know it's dark. I know it's late. I know there's tomorrow, there's work. I know it's not really exciting to think about doing this, it's just like, but we have to find a way to override the broken, outdated software that we have installed in our minds. So that's why we do something so many times, aka doing this podcast all the time, that I'm able to express in one piece what I mean. And I'm still practicing, and I'm still going at it, and I'm still getting better. But if we don't start, we can't get better. That's the problem. So tonight, I invite you to make the decision, make the choice to say, hey, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something for the betterment of my own existence. It's almost like you have to mother yourself. You have to look at yourself like you are your own mother. Like, what would your own mother do? And we're not talking literally here. If you were your own mother, how would you treat you as a child? And you have to nurture yourself like that, thinking like that from that same space, because that space is compassion. That space is genuine, pure, true love. And that's how we have to learn to love ourselves. And the only way that we're going to get there is by acquiring a little bit of self discipline and of courage. We have to become fearless. We have to come to terms with the fact that, yes, we are going to die. And yes, life is hard. And yeah, gets heavy. And it gets boring. And it gets meaningless. And we keep on repeating the same old patterns. And it's just like everything just seems like so gray. And we're used to living there. And we live there. And we have moments of happiness and whatnot. But then we go like right back. We know something's missing. But we don't know quite yet what it is. We just know that we feel so hopeless, so helpless. We're sad. It's like there has to be something more to life than this. There has to be a bigger, greater reason why I was brought to this earth. I mean, don't you sit there sometimes and think about that? I do. I do. I do sit there and think about that. I think about what's the point of life? Like, why was I brought here as a human? Like, what's the point of my life here, of my existence? Like, I wonder those things. Because you can't just be going to work and doing this and that, hanging out for a minute and like yeah, that's cool and that's part of the journey, but it's not the journey in itself. I think of those things as the decorations, like job, like having a job that you just do because you just have to make money to pay the bills, right? So the bills is just like, it's like every little thing like that is just like another obstacle to your uh, supposedly so wanted dreams, right? But if you just like keep on falling into it, like yeah, it is true, it is hard. There are obstacles. Like you're right, like it sucks. Like you have to have a job and you have to figure it out, but you have to become resourceful, right? You have to think like bigger. You can't think like an employee. You have to be the employer. You have to think big, big picture. Yes, all this sucks. Yes, this is all true, but how are we going to get through this? That's the only thing we should be worrying about whenever we are trying to evolve and change and grow. We can sit there forever and talk about how things don't work. We can sit there forever feeling how is it that we feel so empty inside and then there's more to life than this. But until you don't get up and take action, do something, anything, I mean, anything's valid. Like, stop eating sugar so much, stop eating, uh, stop drinking cokes and whatnot, or just drink more water, or don't hang out with too many people that are always talking about problems and negativity, or spend more time doing that one thing that comes so natural to you that you don't even have to think about whenever you're doing it, aka your gift. We have many gifts, those things that we just do like by second nature, like we don't even have to think about it, and it's just so much fun. It makes you feel so bubbly inside and so warm and cozy, and it's just great. Those things, we have to find the time to do those things more if you want to fill the void, because there is more to life than what we're doing right now. But we have to crack the shell, the walls. We have to crumble the walls that we have built around ourselves to protect ourselves from each other, because that was needed. Because back in the day and all the way up till now, we're like always just going at each other for some reason. It's crazy. Like, it's fascinating to me to see intelligent humans fighting like back in the day. Like, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? We could be doing so much more. And you may wonder, what is so much more? Well, imagine if we weren't just like fighting wars and whatnot, and we wouldn't just like be going at each other and spending so much time in drama and gossip and hating and identity issues, like, I'm a dog, I'm this, I'm he, I'm she. Like, we are overthinking everything so much that it's getting a little scary. Because, and why all of this is happening, is just because everybody from all walks of life can feel that there is something missing, and everybody's looking in their own little treasure boxes, right? They're just like, everybody's just like, well, maybe I just feel like a girl, but I'm a boy. I'm a boy and I just feel like a girl. Oh, well, I'm a boy but I want to be pregnant, or I'm a white person but I identify like black, or I should do this to be happy. If you really think about it, everything that we really like end up doing in the back of our heads, we're thinking, it's funny, I'm realizing I talk backwards. We're thinking, how is this going to make us happy? How is this going to add value to our lives? We are thinking like that all the time. But sometimes that thinking it's fuzzy. It's glitchy because of all the traumas that we have had up till that point. So we think that we're going to do things to make us feel better, but at the end it makes us feel worse. And oh my god, I'm talking backwards. But you know what I mean, right? Anyways, dude, I think this has been a very important issue that we have to think about. What is it that we have to think about? How to gain more self-confidence in order to experience the feeling of self-love, in order to be able to connect, to relate, to belong, and feel as a whole, building, creating, exploring, just learning life, like the depths of life. I'm just ready to live right there. I don't want to be living in the surface anymore. I don't want to sit here and talk about how someone is this or that, or how they did this or that, or how they're bad or they're good, or no. I want to sit here and talk about how we can create, how can we help add value to somebody else's life. I want to sit here and think about how can we become the best versions of ourselves. How can we become more satisfied and fulfilled with our daily experiences? What do we need to do? I want to sit there and build and create and connect. I don't want to sit there and talk about people and hate on people and criticize each other. I have no interest whatsoever in doing that. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to be shady. Dishonest. We have no time for that, guys. Life is short. So short, so short. Look at this. It's already 1 year, but passed by like it was nothing. Imagine how much faster 2023 is going to go by. You need to create self-confidence. And the only way that you're going to do that is by challenging yourself. Starting tomorrow, tell yourself, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes every Wednesday. I don't care if it's just one day a week, just one day. And then for those 5 minutes, that one day of the week, just do that one thing. And just do it over and over. Like do it 10 times. Take you like a couple months, It's better than not doing it. Just watch how we rewire your whole entire circuit of operating and functioning and thinking and feeling. Like you need to be like your software needs to be updated. Okay? I'm gonna leave it at that. I really need to go to bed. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. So till next time.